If you're thinking about studying in China, there's an option many people overlook that can completely change your experience. Starting by studying Chinese before entering a degree program. It's not mandatory, but for many people, it turns out to be a very smart decision. More and more international students are choosing to arrive in China first to study the language and then continue with a bachelor's or master's degree. It's a calmer way to adapt to the country, understand how everything works, and build confidence before starting university. Hello, foreign friends! I'm Alexa, and I'm part of the LivinChina team. If you're interested in studying in China or considering different options, like this video and follow us for more clear and practical information. In this video, we're going to talk about why studying Chinese before a degree can be an excellent strategy, the real advantages it offers, how these programs work, and how they can help you make the most of your academic experience in China. If you're thinking about moving to China to study, this video will help you see this option from a different perspective. Advantages of studying Chinese before a degree. One of the main advantages of studying Chinese before starting a degree is that it gives you time to adapt. Arriving in a new country with a different language and culture can be overwhelming. Starting with the language allows you to get to know the country more calmly, without heavy academic pressure from day one. Another important advantage is that it greatly improves your daily life experience. Even if you later study a degree in English, Chinese is everywhere. Public transport, supermarkets, paperwork, restaurants. Having a basic foundation in the language makes everything easier and helps you feel more independent from the beginning. It's also a big advantage academically. Studying Chinese first helps you better understand how the Chinese education system works, how classes are structured, how exams are handled, and how the relationship with professors usually is. When you later start a bachelor's or master's program, not everything feels new, and the process becomes much more manageable. In addition, studying Chinese strengthens your international profile. Chinese is one of the most valuable languages globally, and even having a basic or intermediate level can already set you apart from other international students. Finally, for many people, studying Chinese first helps confirm whether China is truly the right place before committing to a long degree. It's a smart way to start, experience the country from the inside, and then make clearer decisions. How Chinese language programs work in China. Chinese language programs in China are designed specifically for international students, so you don't need any prior knowledge of Chinese to start. These programs are usually offered by universities, not small private academies, which means you study on a university campus with teachers who specialize in teaching Chinese to foreigners. Classes focus on speaking, listening, reading, and writing, always with a very practical, everyday use approach. The academic workload is lighter than that of a full degree, which is ideal if you're newly arrived in the country. Classes are usually held Monday to Friday, in the morning or midday, leaving you free time to practice the language, explore the city, and adapt to life in China. In terms of duration, you can study Chinese for 1 semester, a full academic year, or even longer, depending on your goals. Many people start with 1 semester to test the experience, and then continue if they feel they want to progress further before starting a degree or master's program. In addition, these programs allow you to live legally in China with a student visa, which is essential if your plan is to settle in the country and later move on to the next academic step. Duration and general costs. When it comes to duration, Chinese language programs in China are quite flexible. You can study for 1 semester, which usually lasts between 4 and 5 months, or for a full academic year, which typically runs from September to June, with a break for Chinese New Year. Many people start with 1 semester, and then decide whether to continue or move on to a degree program. As for costs, studying Chinese in China is much more affordable than most people imagine. Tuition fees usually range between $1,500 and $3,000 per year, depending on the university and the city. There are more budget-friendly options and slightly more expensive ones, but overall, it remains a very accessible alternative. Regarding accommodation, many universities offer on-campus dormitories. The cost is usually between $250 and $600 per semester, depending on the type of room and the city. Living on campus is very common among language students and makes adaptation much easier. Monthly living costs are also relatively low. On average, a student can live on USD 250 to USD $500 per month, including food, transportation, and basic expenses, although this varies depending on the city and lifestyle. In short, studying Chinese in China allows you to start gradually, with a moderate investment and without immediately committing to a long degree, making it a very attractive option for many international students. How to move from language studies to a degree or master's. One of the most interesting aspects of studying Chinese in China is that it's not a dead-end path. On the contrary, it often becomes the first step toward a bachelor's or master's degree. Many universities allow students, once they finish a language program, to apply directly to an undergraduate or postgraduate program, sometimes even at the same institution. While studying Chinese, you have time to calmly prepare your documents, improve your language level, and better define what you want to study next. This makes the application process for a degree much more organized and far less stressful than doing everything from abroad. In some cases, reaching a certain Chinese level, such as HSK4 or HSK5, can make it easier to access Chinese-taught degree programs or even improve your chances for English-taught programs. In addition, already being in the country makes it easier to handle paperwork, take exams, and communicate with the university. Another important point is that you don't usually need to leave China to change programs. In most cases, you can move from a language program to a degree or master's program by adjusting your student visa, as long as you meet the academic requirements. Studying Chinese before a degree can be an excellent way to start your journey in China more calmly, with greater confidence and better adaptation. It allows you to get to know the country, improve your daily experience, and make clearer decisions before committing to a bachelor's or master's degree. At LivinChina, we help students find the Chinese language program that best fits their budget, preferred city, and future plans. And we also support them in the transition to a degree or postgraduate program. If China is in your plans and you want to do it right from the start, message us on Instagram and we'll help you get started. Thank you for watching this video. Support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if there's a specific topic you'd like us to cover, leave it in the comments. See you in the next video.